Falls is flowing good today. Water's all clean, looks good. Falcons are all happy. They're all tucked away in their perches. We're just sitting down here enjoying it. And the people are enjoying it too, so we're going to check around the whole area, see what else is going on, see what we can come up with. Okay, one just landed in the tree here. It's trying to get warm. And it looks like it's probably the male. Got a real yellow cere. He's going to clean up a little bit. A great day in the sunshine. It's early morning. A lot of fog, and he flew up here in his favorite perch to sun himself. So all is looking good. I'm keeping an eye out for the female. See if she comes down on the rock below him. But he's up in his tree. He has around his eyes is a lot darker yellow in his feet. So now he's going to preen up, enjoy the morning here and get his feathers all squared away. He probably got kind of cold last night. It got kind of chilly. It was down into the 30s. And now the sun's coming up, so he flew over in his favorite tree here and is preening up and enjoying it. So we'll watch him for a little bit. Great spot here. The Peregrine falcon, the male, the tersel here is cleaning up. And we have some wonderful people here looking at it. The tourists are enjoying him very much. And there he is. He's just looking around, cleaning his feathers. He's enjoying the sunshine.
Yes.
Very good. He's got a girlfriend here somewhere. We're looking for her. So, but for now, he says, I'm going to clean my feathers, take a bath, get all squared away. He's a happy camper, this one. Oh, we got beautiful sunlight. We got a happy bird here just to preening up. Boy, that sunlight feels good. I hear a couple crows coming in, but they don't mess with him. They know it's his territory. But this is his favorite tree. He likes it here and does a lot of preening here. We find him here a lot. It's nice direct sunshine, warm up and preen. And he can keep an eye on everything in the immediate area. I'm going to keep looking for her. She's on one of the rocks here somewhere. He's busy now, just getting everything in shape. We're going to keep an eye on everything too. Showed it to many people already, and they thoroughly enjoyed it. There was some guy with a drone here flying earlier, and he has left now, and then the Peregrine sailed in on his perch here. He didn't seem to be upset about the drone, so that's okay. Well, this is a tersel. We can tell by how yellow his feet and eyes are around his eyes. She's not quite as bright as him. Okay, he's turning around now, showing his nice yellow feet. Maybe he'll fly. Now we got a nice front shot on him. I'll bring him. Now he's going to preen up a little more. Oh yeah, getting them toes all cleaned up now. I think he's preparing for a takeoff here. He's getting everything in shape, cleaning his toenails and his feet, and there he's stretching. Look at that, would you? Oh yeah, stretching out.
Always look like a fly.
Yeah, he says, I want to take off here. Getting everything stretched, maybe I'll try flying off here. Oh yeah. Getting everything. And there he goes. Sailing over here now. Coming over the cliff. All right. And there he lands. All right. Made a little short jaunt. He saw something on the cliff, so he sailed down and flew back over here. I wonder what he was on. It was something, probably food on the cliff, some kind of bird I couldn't see. Oh yeah, we got him returning to the perch, so that's good. We like that. Yeah, he's doing something with his foot there. Alright. We got him taken off and returning to the perch, so we like that. Here's our guy still preening up. Want to get everything in tip-top shape here, impress that female. So when he sails down there, he can have a little romance. They're in the process of selecting one of the cliffs for their nest this year, and they haven't decided. They were over on the spot we call the Chief Seattle. Looks like a carved head there on the rock. But we want him to use a closer one. Oh, he's got a little tougher feather on his beak there. Now he's rousting up. Look at that. We got that tail fanned out. Now you can see. So look at this. Isn't this wonderful? Gonna show off for us a little bit. It was kind of wet today, this morning. He's just drying off, getting everything, oils up his feathers, and keeps those feet just absolutely yellow. And the males have a little more yellower feet than the females. It's also true in Merlins. He's a little sleepy. See, he closed his eyelid. Now that's another thing. When they close their eye, it looks light. Well, that's where the predator thinks the eye is open then. Kind of looks like the whites of our eyes. But actually, it's just the eyelid and he's closed. He'll take a little rest here. What a beautiful bird. Well, we'll watch him for a little bit and then we'll sight back in on the female. But he's putting on a show and we like that. So we're going to stay right with this guy. They've been flying around here, cackling and sailing over the ledge and sailing back over here and trying to decide where they're going to have the nest this year, and just showing off a little aerial display and calling, chirping, they make their sound. And now they landed over here and they're going to take it easy. We'll watch them for a little bit and we'll zoom back in on her, I think. Let's see if I can get back on her now. She's down below there. Should be able to pick her up on the edge. Oh yeah. There we go. That's her cliff right there. Coming in on her now. And there she's coming in, see? There she is, getting everything all displayed and preening her feathers. Now if we're lucky, he'll sail down here and mate with her and we'll get the video. So we'll keep an eye on her. There she's preening up. Get everything just absolutely perfect. Great day at the falls. Got our resident Peregrine Falcons here, just putting on a show. Like I said, it was a little damp, so they're preening, getting everything dried off here, all their feathers, and getting everything all squared away. Now he's going to do the wing a little bit. She isn't quite as yellow around the eyes or on the feet. That's just kind of the way it goes with the Peregrine Falcons. And the Merlins. Their males are a little more yellower. Alright, let's turn around here a little bit. Barely see her foot. It's yellow, but nothing like his, see. He's really bright yellow on his. She's kind of looking over towards the cliff there. Maybe she's dried off enough now she'll want to sail over there and check it out. Keeping an eye on him too. He's just kind of taking it easy drying off. Oh yeah. She's got a little more beige on her there, and she's right on her little ledge there, and he's up in the tree preening himself. But this is one of their favorite spots. They can find them here, at least once a day. It's the driest part, and they get the sunshine when the sun's out. So that's her sitting right here. She's 1/3 bigger, and her toes and feet are not as yellow as his. He has a little more yellow on his. I'll come back up on him now. Backing off here. There we go. He's right over here. Coming in on him now, and you'll see real golden yellow feet. There. Well, we'll get him preening up a little bit more here. Getting under the wing now, really doing a makeover. People are enjoying watching him. Oh, yeah. He keeps looking over where the female went, but he's going to finish his feathers now and wants to get them all oiled up. Seen a few other birds sail by, but he hasn't paid any attention to them, so he's not hungry. He's just wanting to preen under his wing and get everything squared away. And we like watching him. There's several people here today who have been watching him too, so I'm pointing them out. Now he's going to spread them tail feathers, looks like a little bit. Oh yeah, he wants to get everything in tip-top shape here. And the people, they go to observation and they're not far from him. It doesn't bother him a bit. He's used to people. Oh, on her now. Oh, they're mating. Look at that, doing the mating. There's the chirping and the mating. My goodness.
That was a good shot, huh? Did you get it?
I almost missed it.
You almost missed it.
The mating session's over, so she's gonna probably take off and join him. They want to start picking out which cliff they're going to nest on this year. And she's looking up. I think he's flying over, so I'm back in a little bit more here. And he's on the other side on the cliff, and there she goes to join him. All right, the honeymoon's over, and there they go. There he is. He's calling to the female and wants her to come in. There she comes in there now. All right, you see she's just a little bit bigger than him, so he called her into the nest site, and they're talking about this would be a good place to make for the eggs. Well, look at that. You can definitely see the size now. She's just a little bit bigger than him, and they're just talking about the nest site here. And he was over here in the sun and flew over here and called her in, so they're just talking about it. That's some beautiful lighting now. Yeah, they're talking away. Yeah, they're all excited about this year and trying to get the nesting activities going. They just mated and then they flew over here. So he flew in first and then called her in. So here they are. That's what it's all about. Oh, yeah. Had a good sunning session over on the cliff there, and then they flew down and mated, and then he flew over here and called her in, and she sailed over here and joined him. So here we are. Oh, yeah, they're still talking. Having a good time. See what happens here. See if they make a scrape. And there he goes, taking off. Maybe they'll display now. She's going to sit it out for a little bit. We'll see what happens. She's going to hang out in here for a little bit. We'll see if he comes back in with some food or something. They're definitely excited about it. All right, looks like she's thinking about it. Oh, she's laying down now, making a scrape. There she is. That's called scraping. She's scraping an indentation in the gravel there because that's where they want to make their nest. All right. So we got her scraping now for the first time this year. Made a couple of scrapes now and waiting for him to come back. They were just a-talking. Alright, she's kind of going towards the edge here a little bit. We'll keep an eye on her. I don't know where he went. He flew out. I'm trying to locate him, but she's going to wait here for him, I think. We got some serious nesting to do. We got to make a scrape here and get everything ready to gravel. And looks like this is where they selected for the nest site this year. Looks like a happy camper. I'm on full zoom, so that's as close as I can get, because this is about 250 yards to the nest, so it's quite a distance. Well, bobbing her head now. Oh yeah. And there she goes. She's sailed out now. I think she's going to go look for him. We'll see where she goes. And there's the lodge, and this is one of his favorite spots. It's right in between these two green trees. Getting all preened up now. Oh, here he is preening up. Wants to get those feathers in tip-top shape. It's kind of wet and cold here this morning. Now he's rousting up a little bit. But we're happy to see he's back and he's got his mate here, so we know that this is going to be active this year again. So we're all excited.
My zoom isn't as strong as yours. I can barely see it.
We're all excited about it. Oh yeah, he's kind of posing a little bit. I'll come in as close as I can. There we go. Now you get the definition on the beak and the eye. That's
oh
max.
God, yeah, you are doing good. Yeah.
So I'm maxed out on that. I'll back off a little bit. All right. Well, he's settled in. He's got him a nice sunny spot to get his feathers all squared away. Yeah, here's our Peregrine Falcon. I believe this is a tiercel. He flew over here. He's right in that tree where the water goes over the dam a little bit and gets ready to go all the way over the falls. So that's the water rushing behind him. He's in this perch here. Tree. He's been here many times. I've seen him. And he's happy. He's over here. He preened up on the rocks, and now he's over here sunning himself. Female's over on the other side in the tree near the cliff area, the nest site. So it'll be interesting to see which cliff they choose this year. I hope it's the closest one. But she looked like a good female. They were sailing around here, enjoying each other's company, chirping and cackling, and he came over there on the ledge on the rock and preened up, and he sailed over here in the tree. So well, he's a good-looking, healthy bird, and he's got him a girlfriend, so he's happy about that. Well, we'll check around. Maybe we'll be able to locate her. She's hard to find. She went into the trees. I can't find her yet. Alright, lunchtime at the Peregrine Falcon nest. We're at Snoqualmie Falls and the feathers are flying. Peregrine Falcon here caught a bird. Just tearing it up. We're still trying to pinpoint where the nest site is. But we're getting a good view of this one here, plucking the feathers on the kill here. Oh yeah, we've been here for a couple of hours and saw this one fly over on this side and then sail back over there with something to eat. Oh yeah, definitely tearing off them feathers now. Well, here's the nest site we call Chief Seattle for the peregrines at a little bit different angle. You can see it looks like a neck, chin, mouth, nose, and one eye there. And they nest right on the neck. I'll back off so you can kind of get a feel of where it's at. It's about 250 yards across the way here. And there we are. The falls just over the edge here a little bit. Pan over. There's the falls. Coming on in. I'll come back in on the eyrie. They were in there earlier doing their scraping, so they're getting serious about that one. Coming back in here. And there we are. That is what we call the Chief Seattle nest site right there. Come right in, how close we can get. And they were in there scraping right by the neck earlier, and we're going to wait and see if we can get them coming back in here. Greening here. Getting those toenails and toes all cleaned up. Scratching up a little bit. Looking around. Still trying to figure out where the oh, stretching that tail and wing. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? I love it when they stretch. Yeah, oh yeah, now the wing's up. Looking really nice. Maybe he'll fly off of here now and get busy. Showing us the white markings and the black cheek stripes. Still looking over towards the cliff, wondering what the mate's up to. We'll keep an eye on him. We're all excited about it. Oh yeah, it looks like it wants to fly, I think. Alrighty. Looking good. Let's see if he's going to fly off of here and join the mate. Oh yeah, looks like it. Turn, there it goes. Alright, busy moving around a little bit. Well, I'm going to preen up her wing and her tail a little bit, waiting for the male to come back. Oh yeah, see her pretty good now. This may be the male, I'm just looking at the head now. And I think this is actually the male. He's doing his turn on the eggs till she gets back. Now he's moved his head around, we can see what's going on. Looks like a little bit of preening. Laying flat again. Moving around, adjusting the eggs, rocking back and forth now. You gotta roll them eggs so they hatch out properly. Alright, all snuggled back down there. All cozy now. They keep the eggs about 98, 99 degrees. Around 30 some days, then they hatch. Looks like doing a good job though. Rolling the head around a little bit. Distinct differences in the head markings, so try to get a really good view of this one, but pretty sure now it's the male. Here's our peregrine falcon on the eggs. Now a little bit of mist in the air today. There the head's up. Alright, see what's going to happen here. And out she goes to get the food. Somebody called off for a little food delivery. Alright. Well, we'll see what happens here. That was a quick get off. Let's keep an eye out and see what happens here. My goodness. They'll trade places and maybe one of them should be sailing in here real soon. One got relieved on the eggs for some food, so the other one should be coming in. We'll see what happens here. Alright, just landed. This is going back over the nest to take over. Called the other one off for a snack and got relieved here. I'll come in all the way. There we go. Settling right down on the eggs. Oh, they're all happy they got some eggs this year. We're happy too. There you go, getting all settled on the eggs. Well, we certainly like to see that. Two happy Peregrine Falcons now. They finally got some eggs. Snoqualmie Falls, Washington. Alright. This is the relief on the eggs, so I don't know which one it is for sure yet. But they take turns. Here we go. They're keeping a close watch, keeping them eggs warm. We're running them about 98 degrees. Incubate them for, it's about 30 days. And they'll hatch out. We'll have some youngsters. Alright. Oh yeah, I got her head up now, just for looking. Keeping an eye out for the male. Don't know exactly when he'll be back, but he was on the eggs, then they relieved, she came in and relieved him. Now he's off on a hunt. So it's her turn to sit tight on the eggs. It looks like she's doing a good job. Alright, looks like she's up and out she goes. Alright, we'll see what happens here. Went off to check on the male. He just flew by. See if we can get him coming back in here. All's well at the Peregrine, Harry. Yeah, I think he brought some food. They went over on the cliff now to share a meal. Alright, one's going to come in and relieve this one. Sailing in. Alright, walking in now. Walking up to the nest, going to settle down. And I'll try to look at the head. Now, this is the female now. I can tell by the white mark on the side of her head and the little white on the back of her head. So she's now relieved them. Yep, she's looking around. Well, okay, now you go take your break. I had mine. Well, how cool is that? Shift change at the Snoqualmie Falls Peregrine Falcon Island. Now when she rocks back and forth, she's getting the eggs just in the right spot. Getting all settled back down on her. And again, they're in gravel. They don't use sticks, so but once you warm a rock up, it stays warm for quite a while. So that pea gravel works out really good for it. Alright, looks like all settled back in. Had the shift change. She's still adjusting now. Getting all set up. She got to get the eggs just one on each side there. I think she has two. But I saw the male fly out once. He had two of the marks on his breast where he was sitting on two eggs, it looked like. Two indentations. Alright, she's really getting all snuggled in now. She knows she's probably going to be there for a few hours. And he's off doing his thing. Oh, we'll see if we can locate him. This is the male. He's sitting on them. They're 5 days old. They're tired of being under the wing. They want to come out and get a little something to eat. We'll keep a close eye on it here. He's kind of fixing up the nest here a little bit. Tucking them in, as you say. Alright. Oh, there's the babies. They're under his tail. He's cleaning up the nest a little bit. There's our three little Peregrine Falcons. See the three little heads there. Papa's moving around. He's fixing the bedding. He's waiting for Mama to fly in with some food. She's up on the ledge there. Well, aren't these a nice little guys? 5 days old. 3 little Peregrine Falcons, and Papa's cleaning up the nest, and they're just sitting there kind of staying dry. So he's giving them a little break. We're waiting for the fog and the mist to blow away, and everything should be good. All right, Papa's come back here. He's looking at the youngsters now. There's all 3 of them there. It's getting kind of foggy, and he's just touching up the nest some more. He's getting ready maybe to sit back down on it. But those are 3 little falcon chicks, 5 days old. Papa's getting everything all squared away, and they're kind of thinking about getting something to eat. Now, Mama's off hunting right now, the female. And she should be coming back in shortly with something to feed them, and then we can see them have a great feeding here. There they are. You got the male falcon cleaning up the nest, and the youngsters just kind of cuddling up, keeping warm. Oh, he's really going around the edges. They're getting everything squared away now. Alright, looks like he might be thinking about getting back on him. Those are they're just kind of taking it easy. Alright, here he goes. He's easing up on him now. He's going to cover him back up, because they can't be out too long or they get a chill. There he goes, snuggling, wiggling back and forth, and keeping them warm, getting them all tucked back in. What a good Papa he is, isn't he? Like I say, Mama's doing her turn for the hunting. She'll go out and catch something and bring it back. So we're waiting for her to sail in here with some food. And I think Papa's waiting for the same thing here. Well, he decided to preen up his feathers a little bit. Got the 3 chicks under the front there, keeping warm, and he's preening up his feathers. That mist gets kind of wet, so he wants to get everything all squared away for the day here. So she should be sailing in any minute, and she'll relieve him, and they'll feed the youngsters. Hopefully we'll get to see that. Now he's settling down a little more on him. Alright. Alright, well, he's keeping them babies warm. Oh, yeah. Alright, looks like he's getting up now. There's the youngsters. Got the 3 chicks right there. Papa just got off and he flew out. Okay, they should be sailing in any minute now. Little guys are looking every direction. And they're just as white as snow. Like I say, they're only 5 days old now. He has to keep them warm, so he can't be gone that long. About a week or so, when the wing feathers are an inch long, they won't have to be kept warm anymore. They can maintain their own body temperature. So for now, they just got to snuggle up with each other or have one of the adults. They're coming back in now. There we go. We got the landing. Let's see if we got any food. We may be able to see a feeding here. Or he may just get back on them. I'm not sure which one this is coming back. But we'll take a close look here. Paying close attention, these little guys. But it doesn't take much to fill these guys up because they're so small now. Feeding will last quite a while. Oh yeah, looking over. Looks like he's working on something there. He may be getting some food ready. I don't know. We'll have to keep a close watch here and see what happens. The adults still feeding. And the chicks are still eating. They were pretty hungry. All 3 heads are just moving as fast as they can, and this adult's just divvying it out. Each one gets their share. We're waiting for the other adult to sail in with its donation. Oh yeah, these are happy campers. They got some food coming in. They're getting well fed now. You hear the falls in the background. It's really coming down. Oh yeah, the fog is blowing away now. We're getting a really good view of them. Standing off to the side a little bit. 3 little heads just feeding away. Oh yeah, he got one. Look at that. Yeah, they were hungry. Well, we enjoy it every time we come up here and find them and get in on the feeding. Oh, see where the other one went. Well, the feeding's still going. Mama's trying to give them a little table manners. There, she's got her head up. They're just having a great time. Our lighting is perfect. We got filtered light today. It's cool. We're not picking up any heat waves. And this is, in fact, the female because we can tell by the markings on her head. So they do like it in the morning. A whole pile of peregrines having breakfast. Look at that. One gets the pull on, and the other she divvies it out each piece, trying to give them a fair share here. We've been watching them for several years now. You can hear the falls in the background. It puts out quite a bit of noise there, so we'll keep an eye on these guys and we'll get a good view of them feeding. The male, he's off hunting. He'll be coming back in with his donation shortly. And he does the same amount of time incubating and taking care of the little ones when they got to be sat on. He's a very good father. They share about 50-50 in the egg hatching and everything, so incubating. Oh yeah, they're just all over the place. One's got his back turned around now and eating. But we're getting an excellent view of the female feeding the youngsters. And this is breakfast, so the early bird watcher gets to see this. We got filtered light and no mist and it all looks good. Not too many people here now. I've been watching the sky too to see if I can see the male, but he's got his favorite perch. Okay, looks like she might be thinking about flying out of here. Oh yeah, and there she goes. She's flying away now. All right. We'll try to watch where she goes. So that was our breakfast feeding at the Snoqualmie Falls Peregrine Falconry. And we're all excited about it. Yep, they're happy campers. All right, they're standing up now. Let's see if they're doing a little shadow boxing, looks like. Checking their shadows out on the cliff there. All right, well, they're just up. They woke up now. They want to get a little something to eat. Well, maybe one of the adults flew by and hollered at them. We can't hear anything from here because it's too far, but they definitely stood up, thinking about getting something to eat. They're 3 weeks old now. Oh yeah, and hungry. Look at him, he's just a-calling. So that may be. We'll have to check the sky here, see there's one flying by. Now he picked something up, he's got something to nibble on there. He's working on it right now. Have a little snack. A little leftover from a previous kill here, or feeding. Now, these are the only two we got left. We had 4, and one was considerably smaller, and I think he fell off the cliff, and then the other one, he must have slipped off of there too, so we had 4 and we're down the two. Oh yeah. Got his wing out, blocking the other one, see? And he'll turn to the side. Yep, get back. There you go. I'll make sure the other one can't get it away from him, see? Well, after a little breakfast session here, just back and forth and away they go. Yeah. Well, they all get plenty of food. Mama and Papa bring in plenty. Well, here we are. Alrighty then. Alright. Mama just landed here. Got some food, now the other one's all ready to get a little bit. There she comes. Got food for the youngsters. Look how big they are. They're just as big as she is now. Good sized birds. Oh yeah. Well, this is the morning feeding. I have a little bit of leftover and she brought in some fresh stuff now. We'll just keep an eye on them, see how this goes. I didn't see what she brought in, but it's a good sized animal there. Alright. Alright, they're getting right into it now. And like I say, she's just tearing off strips and handing it to them, and they're eating. They're all excited about breakfast. Oh yeah, look at them tear into it. She's peeling it off and handing it to them. They're just grabbing it. Boy, they're really grabbing it now. I think they got it away from her now. Oh yeah, she's coming to the edge now. I think she's going to take off again. Oh yeah, looks like they're handling it pretty good. She's checking down her feet, and there she goes, flying over here now. Alright, it's like they said goodbye to Mama, they're hollering, but they got food, so they're happy. They grow so fast from hatch to flight, it's 5.5 weeks. And they're 3 weeks old now, so every 3 days or so makes a big difference with these guys. These are the old, there you can see the kill, I don't know what it is. Looks like it may be a rodent, or it still could be a bird. I can't see, my monitor's pretty small. They're just growing so fast. That's what we got. We got 2 left out of the 4. And we don't know exactly what happened. They might have fallen off the cliff. One was pretty tiny. The other was just a little bit smaller than these two. So usually we don't have accidents like that. They've nested in this spot before, so there's no real reason for them to slip off of here. The cliff hasn't changed any. Anyway, we'll keep an eye on them and try to figure out where the adult went. Finishing off the piece. Boy, they're fighting over it. Look at them go. Well, with that rowdy behavior, that might be how we lost the other two. Whoa, look at him. He almost went. Well, I better get back over there and knock that off. That is pretty dangerous right there. Look at that. Back over here they go. Alright, this might be one of the missing Peregrine Falcon chicks that sailed off the edge of the nest. It kind of looks like a leg there in the back with the wings. And we've lost 2 of them out of the nest, and this may be one of them. We've been searching around to see if we can find them. That's been a few days ago, and this one ain't moving, so that's not a good sign. But when I put it on my monitor, we'll be able to check it out. But just by looking at it now, I think this is one of our chicks that went over the side. So definitely inactive. Alright. Well, here they are. They're just about 4 weeks old. They got a good snack. And they're tearing right into it. The bigger one we believe is the female, because they're just slightly bigger than the males. And they're just about 4 weeks old now. And they're both tearing into the food. So we just arrived here, so I imagine the adults dropped off the food. Now they're having a little snack. It looks pretty fresh, red meat. Yeah, this is a fresh one. So we missed the drop off or the delivery, but we're getting the feeding here. And it looks plenty big for both of them. And they're having a great time, having a little feast here. They both got their talons locked on. They're just sharing it there. Now the male has it. Now the female took it back. They're just eating away and actually sharing pretty well, actually. There's probably a bird or something like that, a starling or something. They do take a lot of pigeons, so we'll back off a little bit here. Getting a few heat waves now. There we go. Move around pretty good. Well, here's our peregrines fighting over the food again. Right in that dangerous spot. We've had two of them go over that cliff already. Right on that spot on the left. They're just over 4 weeks old now. And they're just chowing down. They're having some breakfast. Trying to see what's going on here. I didn't see the adults bringing anything, but I think this is probably an old piece they had here they're finishing up. Alright. Well, we're getting them in the morning sunlight, that's for sure. This is breakfast. Oh, yeah. They're getting good size. It's been a little while since we've been here, but you can sure see their feathers now. And they're just a little bit over 4 weeks old now. Alright. Well, they seem to be settling down. They go all the way over to the left there. That's where the other ones have fallen over. They get to fighting over the food. And that's when it happens. We've lost two peregrine chicks this year over that ledge. So they're going to have to be careful. The spot in question is to the left. Past that green bush, and it's nothing to hang on to, and over they go. Oh, look at this one. Oh yeah, they're fighting over the food again, see? They got one piece of meat there, they're fighting over that. Now this one's got it. They're not too big on sharing at this stage. They put their wings out, called mantling, hide the food from the other one, and don't want to let the other one have a bite of it. Okay, we'll keep an eye out. Well, here's our peregrine falconiases. We're at the eyrie at the Snoqualmie Falls. And our peregrine falcons now are 4.5 weeks old. Been a few days since we've been here. And they just were waiting for the sunshine to hit the eyrie, and now the sun's there and they're enjoying it. They're standing up preening a little bit. And they're waiting for one of the adults to come in with the food. So they're just starting their day here with a nice ray of sunshine. And it's a little cool here. There I see one calling a little bit. He's going to stretch out. Look at this guy. Stretching that wing. Yeah, it's stretching. Look at that. Alright, well they're looking good. Like I say, they're 4.5 weeks old now, about. And it's hard to believe. Another week they'll fly. They'll be fully feathered. 5.5 weeks for peregrines. From the time they hatch till they fly. Anyway, they're going to eat plenty of food and they'll be growing fast here. The growth will be phenomenal. They're happy to greet the sunshine now. They were all cuddled up together, staying warm, and now it feels pretty good to them. I've been scanning the sky and the horizon to see if I can see the adults. See when they're going to come sailing in with some food here. So I'll keep an eye on them and see what happens. When they get the food, they have a little food fight goes on, and pretty competitive. Sometimes one of the adults will just sit there and feed them, but sometimes they just drop it off. So we'll see how this session goes, and maybe she'll keep them with some table manners this time, or just let them have a free-for-all. Anyway, we'll just check it all out. They're settling down. They're looking too now, so they're definitely got food on the mind here. Well, here we are back up at Snoqualmie Falls. It's been about 4 days since we've been here. These are our Peregrine Falcons, and they're now 5 weeks old, so they'll be flying in another 3-4 days. You can see how much they feathered out in a few days since the last time we were here. It's kind of unbelievable. They can, from hatch to flight, is 5.5 weeks for Peregrine Falcons, and we're right at the 5-week mark now, so they're getting well feathered out, and hopefully we'll see them exercising their wings and see one of the adults bring in some food. But they're just kind of hanging out, waiting for the food delivery. It's in the morning, so they probably haven't been fed yet. They're just kind of standing there and wandering around and finding something to do. It doesn't look like they have full crops, so there you are. They're kind of scrounging around, see if there's anything left over from yesterday's kill or something. And a lot of feather preening now, so we got good lighting, and they're checking out every little cranny they can to see if there's any food around here. Oh yeah, they're all huddled over here on the edge here. Yeah, they're checking everything, because in 4 days they'll be ready to fly off here. They got many things to do yet. They're really getting feathered out now. Oh yeah, here's this one exercising. Look at him flap those wings. He's working them now. Now there's the exercise. The downy feathers are flying. Oh yeah, he's a regular little turbo. Look at him revving up here. How cool is that? The other one's looking at him. Well, what's that all about? Well, you better get learning. You're going to have to sail off of here. Oh yeah, nice Rouse. We're going to work him up again. There he's just a flapping. Just an exercise. What a good looking bird too. Well, he'll have those wings all strong. He'll build up the muscles, all that good exercise and good food, so. Oh yeah. We'll see if the other one joins in. Let me see how nice and long those wings are. My goodness. Get them all spread out, they'll be at least 3 foot wide, so when they're full grown, and he's just about there. That's only when they're sailing though. When they're flying, they have a curved wing like a sickle, and they don't stick out even near that far. Only when they got them spread out for sailing, so here they are, checking around again for some scraps. He found something, he's pecking around on it. Because that ain't much, but it'll do. You can see they did a lot of whitewashing on the rock there, so they really stand out now. Look at him revving him up now. He is really exercising. She's going after it now. Oh yeah, Fuzz is flying. Look at that. Creating quite a breeze. Really exercising. We like that. Well, that ought to get the adults' attention if they're anywhere in the area. And flying in here with some food. Oh, yeah. This one knows the day's coming real close to fly off and really getting the exercise. You know she's hanging on tight with her talons too, so she doesn't go sailing off accidentally. Oh, yeah. Quite an exercise session today, that's for sure. They lost a few more of those fuzzy downy feathers there. How great is that? Come up here, perfect sunlight, no mist. Get the bird exercising, preparing for the first flight. Well, they're settling down again. Okay, here's one of the peregrine falcons that slipped out of the nest, the younger one. The one up the top is watching him, and this one's slowly making his way up. So we'll keep an eye on. Hopefully he'll get back up there. They're supposed to fledge today, but this one's the younger one. Is not supposed to be out of the nest. It's like either a one-day difference in the bird. You can see how this one's not quite as feathered out as his sibling. I'll come in a little more now. And hopefully this guy will get back in there. Seems to be making progress. It can hang on pretty good. That's a treacherous spot on this eyrie. They had one that slipped over the top when they're really young. We lost that one, so. But now this one here should be able to make it. He can use his talons and hang on pretty good. He's just about ready to fly in a few days anyway, so he's a lot stronger, and he should be able to make it back up there. But we're very nervous about it, because like I say, we already lost one. And I had a smaller one that we think might have slipped out too, or just maybe didn't get enough food. Oh yeah, he's trying to make it. There he's flapping his wings. Okay, sliding down. There he's hanging on. My goodness. Well, this is dangerous. But I have all the faith that he should be able to make it back up there. We'll back off and see if the other one's watching him still. There we are. Just working his way back up. Got a little ways to go yet. Keeps trying. We're going to keep a close eye on this. Trying to work the way back up to the eyrie. Oh, down he goes. He's sliding down. He lost a little ground there, but he can hang on. Talons are good. He's strong. His wings are strong. Should be able to make it back up there. We'll keep a close watch. And at this stage, the parents will bring the food to the birds. So there we go. We'll move over on this little ledge now. Come back in. Yeah. And there he is. This one's got a lot more white. This one was not ready to fledge. It's younger than his sibling. This has been a treacherous nest this year. Let's say this is the third one to go over the edge. Alright, well we're hoping he'll get back in there. We still have one in the nest ready to fledge, and this one here, the younger one, is not quite feathered out because it's younger, hatched out a day or so later, has slipped out of the nest prematurely and now has to try to work its way back up to the nest. Now we're concerned about this because this year we've already lost two other ones when they were younger. Now this one coming over the edge and looking, one's at the bottom. It slipped out and we're hoping to see that one get back up. Now this one's coming to the edge now. Looking down at the sibling, trying to encourage him to come back up. And hopefully he'll make it. Yeah, he's trying to encourage him. Well, here's one peregrine sibling trying to rescue the other one. The younger one has slipped over the edge and is now trying to get back up in the eyrie. The one on top is come out of the eyrie and came down a couple of ledges here and is coaxing him back up. And he's sitting there, he's got a little ledge, he seems fairly safe. If he can grab that grass and go up there, he get back up into the nest. Certainly trying. And the other one's giving him encouragement. I haven't seen the adults yet. They should be sailing in here and calling to him, but they're out trying to catch some food. We're very concerned because of all the years we've never seen them lose any, and this year they've already lost two other ones out of this nest. They slipped over the edge. And this is number 3, so we only have 2 left out of the 4 this year, and we want to see them make it. Oh yeah, Yeah, there he's going. Look at him go now. Yeah, he's going off that way. He's doing like a switchback now instead of going straight up. So he's getting pretty smart. Well, if he can't make it up, the parents will just have to feed him there, and they will do that. But I'll be darned. He's actually coming all the way down to him. Now we're going to have two of them now. And like I said, the top one is old enough to fly. Today he's scheduled for his first flight. Not the one below. He's about a day or so younger. So we'll see what happens. It's getting very interesting now. Still trying to get back up. And the other one coming down. Actually left the eyrie. Never saw him do that. First time for everything. Okay, he's trying to make it back up to the nest again. And he's still coaxing his sibling to come along and keep trying. Yep. One's working his way almost back up to the top. And the other one's taking a little break now. Hopefully they can make it. Well, here's our two Peregrine Falcon siblings. They're out of the eyrie. One had slipped out, I guess, earlier before I got here. And the older one above, he came out to check on him, came down, and now he's preening up on the edge of the rock. He should be able to get back up in the eyrie. He's trying to encourage the other one to hang on to the twigs and stuff and crawl back up. So we'll see what happens. It's a real cliffhanger. They're hanging out, trying to get back up into the eyrie. Just a little ways to go, but not too far. I'll back off. See where that white spot is. There's the white spot above them. And they get back up there, they'll be fine. So they may be able to do it. I haven't seen the adults yet. I'm checking up on them, seeing how close they are. It's quite a ways below there, you see. And there they are. Now come in on the one preening up. And there we go. And we'll see what happens here. Okay, he keeps looking up now. He's working his way back up to the nest. Now he's looking down at the sibling. Are you going to come up in the nest or not? No. No, okay, I'll come down there. He's coming down. And there is the sibling. Right next to the sibling, and we go back with him now, keeping him company. Now they're both right there behind that stick, and he decided to stay here with his sibling, keep him company. All right then. Well, hopefully the mama will come in with the food and deliver it here then. So he's not going to desert his friend. He's going to hang in here with him. All right. And here just come down to be with him. So they'll hang out here together and call, and maybe mama will bring the food in, they get fed right here. That's a good strategy, because I don't think the younger one could make it back up to the nest and then wouldn't get any food. But as long as the older one's here and they're both here, she might deliver the food to them right here. And that would save both of them then. They'll both get fed. Alright, well, it looks like he'll settle down, keep his sibling company until it's supper time. Alright, it's lunchtime. Here's one on the cliff. He's hanging in there. Right where he was yesterday, so we got one of them. And there he is, still hanging on. We'll see if we can find the other one. So one spent the night on the cliff there, trying to crawl back up now. It's watching here. Oh, he's getting around pretty good. Now it looks like they're going to have about another week before they fledge off here and be able to fly really good. They're just kind of at the brancher stage at this point. Just kind of exploring and hanging on the grass. So we found one, so here he is working his way back up. We're going to keep an eye on this guy. Let's see if we can find the other one. He made it up there in a pretty good order. quite fast. Look quite agile, so wings are strong and his feet. We'll have to find the smaller one. See where he's at. So we'll try to spot the cliff for any movement. Like this is going to sit here a while. I'll come back in. Oh yeah. His big feet hanging on to a good rock. He used his wings and did a really good job. It'll be interesting to see if he can make it all the way back up to the eyrie. And the sibling is in here somewhere. We're trying to locate him, see where he spent the night. Neither one of them made it back to the eyrie yesterday, so here they are. Now he's looking around again. His head going. He's looking a little more alert here. He'll back off in case one of the adults is sailing around. Keeping a sharp eye out. Let's see if one of them sails in here. He's just going to sit it out. Must saw something else. Alright. Going to sit out here on the ledge for a little bit. Get woke up. And then we'll see what happens. He's a little more feathered out than his sibling. He's a little bit older. Only by about a day. A day or so. Oh yeah, now he's calling. Somebody looks like the adult might be coming in. Alright, she went to the nest. He's making his way up there. Coming up for the feed. Let's see what happens here. Oh yeah, made it up in there. Look at that right there. Feeding time. Alright. Mama brought in some food and out she went. Okay. Well, he can get back up for food, can he? Oh, yeah. Well, we got one of them made it to the meal. Still feeding and enjoying it. Mama did a quick drop off. He scurried up the cliff and got to it. And now is eating. And she took off. All's well for this one at the eyrie. Looks like a small snack, just about done with it already. It's been a small bird. Oh, we'll see what he's up to now. Okay, he's exercising. Look at him revving him up. All right. He wants to get ready for his first flight. He's getting his wings strong now, just to exercise it. All right, now he goes again, settling back down, feeling that little breeze. Oh yeah, won't be long. He'll be able to sail right off of here. Look at that, he's getting well feathered out, looking real good. Had a little breakfast earlier and now is ready to go here. Little wing exercises. There he goes again, just really working them. In a few days he should be able to fly right off of here. Yeah. Peregrine Falcon doing his wing exercises. Oh yeah. He's checking everything out and then calling. An idea that maybe the adults will come in and drop him off a breakfast. We're going to keep looking for the missing one. He's been missing since yesterday. He didn't come back. The day before yesterday he slid off the edge and was trying to get back up to the eyrie. He spent the night with this one on the ledge. And then when I came up yesterday morning, well, he was not around. But this one made it back into the eyrie when the parents delivered the food. So we'll see what this guy's up to. Well, we're glad to see he's here. And he's been exercising and exploring around. He wants to learn how to take off here. Oh yeah, he's 7 weeks old. It's ready for him to take flight. They're all feathered out now and looking good. The one that's missing was either a day and a half or so younger than this one. It was a late hatch. But that happens sometimes. Alright. Oh yeah, I got those wings out. He's serious about it today. Look at this guy. Looking up and down the river, up in the air, checking everything out. Oh yeah, now we go with the wings here. And there he goes, that's his first flight. Look at that. We got him on the takeoff. I figured it would be today. And he's sailing over to the other side there. All right. Here's one of our Falcons, just landed. They got nice yellow feet. Sitting right here on the ledge by the falls. I don't know if it got anything to eat or not. Just looks like it might be kind of messing around. It's actually sitting on this side of the cliff and flew in here, so we're getting a little bit of mist from the falls, and we'll hang out and see if we can see him. Looks like he's playing with the grass, checking out different perches. And there comes our mist again, and maybe we'll see him take off. He's on a little precipice here. Just checking out. There he goes. There he flies. Okay, flying over towards the nest, I think. Flying over towards the eyrie. And he flew past the eyrie, past the two trees. Alright, I see him. Here's the other youngster, flew over here on this side. Came flying right straight at us, so this is number 2, so both of them survived. Just the calling too, look at that beak going. Alright, well maybe we'll get them taken off of here. They've been flying around pretty good. The other one was over by the falls. And then this one sailed right directly towards us. Just a looking around here. Oh yeah, keeping an eye out for the adults. They're giving them all the training they can now. I'll come in as close as I can. There's a close-up. Look at that head. My goodness. What a clear shot. You see they got the blue around the eyes, the grayish blue. The adults have the yellow around the eyes and the yellow cere. That's how you can tell this is a juvenile. He's just a calling. He's hungry too. So we have our spotters keeping an eye on them so when they fly we'll know where they went. But they're both here and look healthy and are strong flyers. We're going to keep an eye on them for a while. Kind of settle down. That's the main thing. You look at their eyes, and around their eyes are a light grayish blue, and on the cere around their nose. Now the adults are yellow there, and these also have a buff color on the tip of the tail instead of the white. And there's many other differences too, but that's just for a quick glance when you see their head. I'll come back in again and give you a close-up. There you are. He flew in here just as smooth and nice. Look at that. And there we are. Right up close on him. Looking every direction. I'll keep an eye, but we'll see when he flies here. Like a happy camper. It was quite a project. We were watching them from the time they mated, made the scrape, built the nest, and they flew away. I can hear him calling now, just barely over the falls. A very hungry peregrine falcon. Out of the nest about a week or so, and learning how to fly and hunt. What a great day to come to the falls. Just a looking over your calling. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this was still sitting here. He quit calling now for a second. There he goes. He's off and flying. All right. Well, they flew over here now. They're flying good. They've been out of the nest about a week and a half now. Coming up, I'll zoom in. He flew over here and it's a very good flyer. Come sailing in on this side of the cliff, sat there for a while, and took off and flew over here. He's hungry. He's been calling. We can hear him calling when he's on this side. The other sibling was over by the falls and flew off. And he's in one of the spots. But we'll hang out a while. Keep an eye on our Peregrine Falcons. There he's got his wings out a little bit. Now you can see the juvenile plumage on his chest, see? Oh yeah. That looks like a happy camper. Got a good spot here. We're going to keep a close eye on these guys. They had quite a deal when they slipped out of that nest. Were hanging on that cliff and had to camp out overnight. And the next morning one of them was missing and we couldn't find him. And the other one got up in the nest and fledged the next day. And now we're happy to find out that both of them survived. So the one that was missing obviously got a good perch and the parents had come in and gave him food. All right. Well, that's all great here at the falls this morning. Look at that.
Yeah, he may be getting ready to fly.
I hope so. I've been wanting him to fly.
Yeah.
He's stretching. Oh yeah, look at that beautiful stretch now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
great
he's
picture.
great shot. I'll be able to pull that out of my video.
See him, Nick? She's got
Oh yeah. Now he's calling. He's opened his beak. This one's really hungry. He's on this cliff over here earlier.
Yeah.
And then he flew over there and we got him, and his sibling was over on the other side of the falls in the mist and kind of playing around, and he flew over there also. So we're keeping a sharp eye on him.
Yeah. Is that I don't think I quite have the zoom.
You can check through these if you want to look.
Yeah, she's got it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a great stretch. I've been waiting for that. Now I can pull my photo out of there. Got him stretching a little bit. So I thought he was going to fly, but not quite. It's kind of hanging in there.
You can, yeah.